Welcome back to the hardest NBA would you rathers on the internet. My name is Mike, and in this series I give a bunch of my basketball opinions, and then the comments are full of hate and disagreements. Pretty fun game if you ask me. In today's edition we are spotting a deodorant mark on my shirt. This is like my only clean shirt, and this just happens to me from time to time. I'm only a man, but I am sorry I let you down. Okay, enough rambling. We are going to start where we left off last time and go left, so there's no crossover. And you see it right away, my boy NBA Would You Rather has a hashtag Korzemba Nation now. I don't know if that's what we are, a nation of Korzembas, but I do know I appreciate it. So right away, would we rather have James Jones or LeVar Ball? Now, it doesn't go into specifics of what we'd rather have them as. I'm gonna say as a father. And unpopular opinion maybe, but I'm gonna take LeVar Ball. I mean, Lonzo's on the Lakers, LaMelo's killing it in high school, and even LiAngelo, the third son, the one that a lot of people forget about, and I feel bad for that, but even he is killing it at UCLA. So, LeVar Ball, would I rather be the MVP runner-up and make it to the second round, or MVP and lose in the first round? So basically no one really remembers the MVP runner-up. People also don't really remember who made the second round. I mean, not really that much different from making the first round. I am obviously taking the MVP. Would I rather recreate T-Mac's 13 points in 33 seconds or Reggie's 8 points in 9 seconds? Again, this is not even a question to me. I'm gonna miss out on, the whole choke thing. But Tracy McGrady's 13 points, it says 35. There were 35 seconds on the clock, but he scored the 13 points in 33 seconds. Regardless, if you watch the tape of both the videos, Tracy McGrady's 13 points was just one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Reggie Miller's 8 points in 9 seconds was sick, but I mean, he made a 3, then the other team passed him the ball and he made another 3, which was awesome. But then the 7th and 8th points just came on the free throw line after he was fouled. Tracy McGrady's moment was way better. Hot take maybe, but I'm just saying. Would I rather be LeBron with Steph Curry's shot or Michael Jordan? All right, so obviously I think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. However, if you take LeBron James and suddenly he's shooting like 45% from 3, you have a new greatest basketball player of all time. So option A. And I think a player with those talents would win like 8 MVPs. They'd be unstoppable. Would I rather be the coach of the Timberwolves or the 76ers? So I gotta say, I think being the coach of the 76ers would be a lot more fun. I've gone to Sixers games and the environment is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. All right, maybe that was a little bit of an exaggeration, but it was really sick to see like a 20-win team have the fans that they had. 28-win team, I'm sorry, but for real, just the energy in the building was incredible. I'm telling you, if you're ever in Philadelphia, go see a 76ers game. You're not gonna be disappointed. Why am I on this page? Also, if you didn't watch this video, go watch it. You're not gonna be disappointed. I also just realized I didn't answer the question. My answer still would be the Timberwolves, just a better team, way less of an injury risk. Would I rather be a star on a dirty team or a bench player on a clean team? Star on a dirty team. You can always rehab your image and you're a star. People want to root for you. I mean, just look at guys like Rasheed Wallace, Zach Randolph, Ron Artest even, or whatever his name is. Also, you know the saying, clean teams don't win beams. Would I rather win 5 rings or 3 MVPs in 1 ring? Ooh, interesting. This is actually very interesting. All right, I'm gonna assume the 5 rings means I was maybe like a fringe starter. I wasn't an all-star on those teams. I wasn't Tim Duncan, because I'm just gonna ignore both of these photos because they don't make sense. Larry Bird has more than 1 championship. So with that in mind, if you only win 5 rings, you're not gonna make the Hall of Fame unless you're a star player on one of those teams. So, 3 MVPs, you're like immortal at that point. Add on a championship, you're like a top 12 basketball player of all time, at least. So I'm gonna go 3 MVPs, I guess. Yo, these questions are sick. Would I rather have the chance to draft LeBron again or have the top 5 picks this year? That's crazy. I mean, personal opinion, if you're taking LeBron James, you're getting a top 5 player of all time. The top 5 picks, maybe you get 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA out of those, especially because the draft was so loaded this year, but you really don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty there. So I'm just gonna take LeBron, man. There's absolutely no risk. You're getting one of the best players of all time. Would I rather make the minimum on the Warriors or make the max on the Nets? God, I'm starting to come across, a little not win first like I normally am, but come on. Would I rather make $1 million and get a championship ring, which is always nice, or would I rather make like $25 million? And yeah, I know the Nets get a bad rep, but if you actually watch any of those games, those guys actually seem like they're having a fun time playing, and you're making $25 million playing basketball. I mean, mean, the max. That's just life-changing money. That's just an easy answer for me. Okay, here we go. Would I rather have Paul George, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant, or the Warriors' Big Four? Why does Kevin Durant get to be in both of these? Okay, well, this might be where I lose people, but I'm taking the Warriors, man. They're a team that works well together. All of those pieces fit. We've seen that proven. I mean, we've already seen Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant not work out as well as it should have. If you add in James Harden and Paul George to that, two very heavy usage players, you suddenly have 4 guys that want the ball all the time. The reason the Warriors work are Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. They're both all-stars, but if Draymond doesn't take a single shot in the game and they win, he doesn't care. Klay doesn't care if he takes like 8 shots in a game and they win. I don't see any of the top 4 players thinking like that. But yeah, this would still be really hard. This is a very difficult question. I just think Team A would have a lot of chemistry problems. Who would I rather start a franchise with, Kawhi Leonard or Anthony Davis? And my answer is just going to be Kawhi Leonard. Anthony Davis has been an incredible talent, but his team has not won games. Not that that's his fault at all, because New Orleans, I have no idea what they've been doing. They've been surrounding him with players of my ability. Regardless, Kawhi Leonard has been an MVP runner-up. He's been an NBA Finals MVP. He's a proven winner. Anthony Davis might be the guy that you need to beat the Warriors, actually. I mean, we don't know, but yeah, that's the thing. We don't know, so I'm taking Kawhi. Would I rather have Ben Simmons be great and Embiid become a bust? So I'm assuming Joel Embiid would get hurt there, or Embiid does great and Simmons becomes a bust. I mean, I think this answer is pretty easy. We know Joel Embiid. We know what that guy's gonna be like if he's an NBA star. He's hilarious. We need him to be an NBA star. Ben Simmons, on the other hand, has basically been out of the spotlight since his injury. I mean, I hope he's great. I hope he does well. I hope both of these guys aren't busts because I just root for good basketball. But how could you say no to Mr. Shirley Temple himself? Would I rather have Draymond's ability to guard every position or Gobert's rim protection? I think the Warriors have proven that Draymond's ability to guard every position is more valuable. I mean, you got a guy like that, you could just switch him onto anyone and he could potentially lock them down. That's just one of the best weapons you could have in the NBA today. I also noticed that Korzemba Nation is a thing of the past in these new ones. Don't worry, man, we're back. Bring back Korzemba Nation. Would I rather get crossed up by Shaq or blocked by Muggsy Bogues? All right, so in his Magic days, Shaq was running down the court, dribbling. There was the occasional crossover to dunk. No one was really like, oh, you just got crossed by Shaq. That's embarrassing. People were more like, oh my God, that huge Goliath just dribbled down the court and dunked. How is this possible? Meanwhile, Muggsy Bogues was about 5 foot tall. And if you're like a 6'7" NBA player and he blocks you, that's going on a highlight reel forever. So definitely the first one here. And we will finish off with the Carmelo conundrum. Would I rather win multiple gold medals or 1 ring? This is so obvious. I really hated the storyline of Melo saying, you know, I haven't really won in the NBA, but these gold medals were my championships. You know what that sounds like to me, Melo? That sounds like the words of a loser. And maybe that was a little harsh, not really trying to hate on Melo here, but I mean, of course he's downplaying what 1 NBA championship is, because he hasn't won an NBA championship. He hasn't come close. Winning 1 NBA championship means a ton more to me than gold medals. Not to take anything away from representing the United States. I think that's awesome, but if you're an NBA basketball player, the goal is to win an NBA championship. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We're doing videos every other day on the second channel. And if you're already subscribed, you're awesome. We all know this. And as always, have an awesome day and cue that music. I'm an uptown boy.